Alright guys, welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. Zali Plays, and today we're going to be doing top 10 epic champion, and it's in no particular order. So we're just going to start off with the high elves, because they have two of the epic champions that are in the top 10. So we got Pike Tyrell. He could possibly be the best epic champion, possibly, but I'm not ranking them in order. So this is how we're going to do it. If you guys want something in order, just let me know. So the reason why I have Tyrell in the top 10 best epic champions, he has a double attack on his basic, and he also has a decreased attack debuff, and he does damage based on his defense. So he's very good all around. You can use him in clan boss, you can use him in arena, you can use him in campaign. He can farm mentor 15. He has an aura skill that's in all battles, increase ally defense in all battles by 25%. He has a stun, which will be good in arena. He has an AoE. He has decreased defense on and decreased attack, and also places sleep. So yeah, he's very, very good champion. If you guys have him, then congratulations, you got one of the top 10 best epic champions. Number 2, we have, well, it's in no particular order, right? But second one, Battle Sage. So she's a support unit. She has an AoE on her basic attack. She removes all debuffs on all allies when then places an increased attack buff on allies for 2 turns. And this buff cannot be removed. So that's very good. And she places Revive on Death on a target ally for 3 turns. That ally will instantly revive if killed. And she increases ally speed in all battles by 19%. So if you guys have seen her before, she's pretty prevalent in arena. You can see her a lot as lead. If people don't have a good aura lead, they have her. And as you can see, she can also be used in Spider because she has an AoE on her basic. And she removes all debuffs, which would be the poison from the spiders. And she has her Revive on Death. So yeah, she's a very, very good champion. She's one of the top 10 best epic champions. So congratulations if you have her. You can see I don't have her. And I don't have Tyrell either. That's unfortunate. Alright, so let's go to the Ogryn tribes. So Ogryn tribes has, they have I believe, two of top 10 best epic champions. So let's get right to it. They got Skullcrusher. So this is the third one that I have in my top 10 list. He has a heal reduction on his basic attack if the target's defense is lower than this champion's. And this guy is a defense based champion, so most likely it will be. So this move is very good for arena because it will get rid of the pesky rain beasts. This is one of his best skills right here. He places a 50% ally protection buff on all allies except himself for 2 turns. And he places a counterattack buff on all allies except for himself, and he plays unkillable on himself for 1 turn. So this is a move you can see it if people don't have Martyr and they have Skullcrusher, they use it in clan boss. Also, this move is very good for arena, and that's why he's one of the best epic champions of the game. And then he also decreases the duration of all debuffs on himself by 1 turn at the start of each turn, which is very good. Another champion that we have here is one of the newer champions, Occult Brawler. I call him the Poison King. So if you haven't checked out my video on Occult Brawler, I tested him out, and I also did a guide and review on him. So he's very, very good. He doesn't require any books to be good. On his basic attack, he places a poison debuff. That's very good for clan boss. So he's mostly a clan boss champion. Curse Eater right here. This move's crazy. So if he places his passive abilities that he places debuffs on himself. So he places poison on himself, and then he also places poison on the clan boss. So that's where he's very good. So every turn he places a 4-turn poison debuff on himself, and then it synergizes with this Curse Eater move. If he has 1 debuff, he ignores 30% of enemy defense. If he has 2, the enemy cannot be revived if he kills them. If he has 3, the attack is always critical. If he has 4, he gets to heal himself by 30% of the damage inflicted. So that procs, if that procs with War Master, will be very good. He's going to recover a lot of health, so he doesn't need any lifesteal. And if he's under 5 or more debuffs, he grants an extra turn. And he also removes all the debuffs that were on him. So as you can see, this guy is very good. He's more of a clan boss based champion. Arguably, some people probably wouldn't have him in the top 10 because he's mostly for clan boss. So that was number 4. So let's head over to the Night Revenant faction. So we got 2 from the Night Revenant faction. I would love to put Doom Priest on my list, but she's not on it. So I have Skullcrown. So this will be number 5, I believe. So Skullcrown is mostly used in arena because she has an aura skill that increases ally speed in arena by 23%. She has an AoE on her basic attack, and she places an extra hit if the target has more than 50% HP. So she synergizes with, I think, Senesha. I think Senesha attacks again if they have less than 50%. So if you have those two, it would be good for spiders then. There's another AoE on her A2 that places Weaken, and she has 2 passive abilities. She places an unkillable buff on herself for 1 turn every time her HP drops below 20%. And then she also revives with 30% HP if you have Sinesha on the same team. So if you have Sinesha and Skullcrown, that's a very good combination. And if you have Skullcrown, congratulations, she's one of the top 10 best epic champions. Next one is Golden Reaper. She's one of the new champions. The reason why she's good, she's a support type, is because of her basic attack. She has a 30% chance of decreasing the cooldown of one of a random ally skill by 1 turn. And see how when you level it up, it says buff/debuff chance. I don't know if that applies to this, because it's not a buff or a debuff, it's just a cooldown decrease. So if it does, then it's going to be 50% chance. Yeah, that's 40, and then 50. So yeah, that would be very good if that applies to that. And then her A2 has an AoE, and she places decreased attack, and she decreases the turn rate of each target by 20% if they're not under a decreased attack debuff. So that, as you can see, that is very good for Spider's Den. And then she has her A3. She places a 30% increased speed buff on all allies for 2 turns and boosts her turn meter by 20%. So yeah, as you can see, she's very, very good as a support unit. She doesn't have a heal, but that'll be okay. So next up, we're going to go over to the Skinwalker faction, where we have the champion that I really want, and I never got him. My brother has him though. So we have Steel Skull. So Steel Skull is very, very good. He's one of the he's in the group for the lineup where you got the best clan boss teams. He's in that group. His A1 attack attacks one enemy 2 times. He has a 10% chance of placing a 5% poison debuff for 2 turns. So if you have a retaliation champion that can apply retaliation like Mortar or Skullcrusher, they're very good together. Also, he has a cleansing spell, which is, I don't know if people underrate it, but I believe it's underrated, because if you're in the clan boss, he can heal a person that gets stunned and remove the stun as well. And protection. Increases defense on all allies for 2 turns and heals them all by 20% of their max HP. If you have this guy, make sure you upgrade all of his skills. And yeah, congratulations if you have him. So let's go on to the Sacred Order faction, where they have a lot of epics, where we have Julianna. So Julianna is one of the top 10 best epic champions. Her A1 is very good. She attacks twice, and each crit fills the champion's turn meter by 10%, so that'll be 20% boost. And then she increases her own crit rate, places poison. She synergizes with Romero. They will ignore 50% of the target's defense when he's on the same team. And she also has HP burn, which is very good for clan boss. And she removes a random buff from the target as well. And she has an aura skill, but people don't really use her for that. She increases ally crit rate in the arena by 20%. So yeah, she is very good for clan boss. She does like around like 8 to 10 million damage in clan boss. So if you have her, work on her. And congratulations as well. Alright, so we have Lightswarm from the Sacred Order faction. He's a defense-based champion. His A1 attacks 3 times, so as you can see, that's very good. He also decreases the target's turn meter by 10%. And then he has his A2, he attacks one enemy and places a decreased attack debuff and decreased speed. And he also has an increased defense buff on all allies and a revive on death buff on all allies for 2 turns. So you guys can see that he's very good. And let's move on to the next champion. So let's move on to the Dark Elves faction. So we have Lua here. She's an attack type epic champion. She attacks one enemy and deals 50% of the inflicted damage to all enemies if the attack is critical. So as you can see, the potential for this move is crazy. If you go into Spider's Den, she hits one enemy and does a crit, and she's going to hit all the enemies. So that's her basic. And she has an AoE that attacks 3 times, all enemies 3 times, and each crit heals this champion by 2.5% HP. So she doesn't really need lifesteal as well. Also, she attacks one enemy, and this attack fully depletes the turn meter, will ignore shield and block damage buffs. So yeah, turn meter manipulation is very good for Spider's Den. So this is why I have her in my top 10 best epic champions. This is just the top 10 best epic champions. This was brought in from my live stream. Somebody was saying, oh, name your top 10 best epic champions. And I couldn't really do it on the spot because there's a lot of champions that I like. Like I had, when I was doing it, I had Doom Priest in there. Who else did I have? I think I had Rain Beast, but he's more of arena champion, so I didn't put him on there. So yeah, that's it for the video. If you guys like this video, make sure you guys drop a like. And if you guys are new to the channel, you like what you see, make sure you guys subscribe for more Raid Shadow Legends content. As always, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.